could come close to maxing him out again. Shuttle heading in, Chalrenge sees it with an observer, we'll see what it's going for. And heading out, and a Dark Archon has landed actually, so that's odd. Oh! Mind control. Chalrenge mind controls the shuttle, and does something, I think, feedback to that Dark Archon down there, so it can't mind control anything itself. It looks like TheRock was going to try to pick off one of Chalrenge's Dark Archons via mind control. Okay, and they're showing the resources again. I'm not sure what was there. It looks like, did some sort of recall go down there? Oh, sending in, I think there was an Arbiter that got mind controlled, but another Arbiter gets in and manages to recall in a lot of Archons. Big Archon battle going on here. TheRock's force is being surrounded and stormed by superior numbers of Archons and Templar, and that recall got mopped up pretty quickly. Didn't get to bring in the double recall. And a DT coming out, I guess, to mop up that Dark Archon there at the bottom. And it does manage to do it, and the shuttle will get away without getting picked off by those Dragoons. So, good skirmishing. This is the sort of situation that you see just very occasionally in StarCraft, where it really becomes a game of static defense. And you know, a lot of people will say that that's not the way the game is meant to be, and that's boring and it takes too long and isn't active and exciting enough. But I think this sort of dynamic is really interesting to watch. Players trying to one player with inferior resources trying to build up an impregnable defense, and the other player trying to find ways to break it. And Chalrenge is just suiciding some probes there. Doesn't need them for mining anymore, and he needs the Psi to build extra units. A few more going in, getting taken out by those Archons. So, a couple of Archons being landed from a shuttle, I'm not sure what or why. Shuttle out there, and he's going to storm from the low ground again. Smart move there by Chalrenge, but it won't really make any difference because it'll only take down shields, and those shields will be back up by the time the Dragoons actually do anything, I think. Observer out there. I'm not sure how good an idea Chalrenge has of what TheRock has left. I think TheRock has maybe 2 or 3 bases left mining. They're all running sort of thin, but that's sort of irrelevant. It's really a question at this point of how many resources he has in the bank. That Dragoon is still trapped there between 2 gateways and a forge, and given he doesn't really need all those gateways right now, he might as well just kill one of them off and get that Dragoon out of there so that he can have all of his forces together. But still, just a huge defense, and it's growing bigger and bigger. Chalrenge has probably still quite a few resources in the bank that he can invest in replacing this maxed out army as the game goes on. Tons and tons of Templar streaming down, and this is sort of uber late game Protoss resource management, because Templars and by consequence Archons cost virtually no minerals. TheRock's suiciding some probes now. 50 minerals, 150 gas for a Templar, and twice that for an Archon. So the upshot is that when you're getting this tiny trickle of gas that's going to last for a really, really long time, maybe tens of minutes, but you're totally out of minerals, it makes sense to invest in very gas-heavy units, because that's what you have an indefinite supply of, and minerals are what you need to conserve. Storm drop there, taking out some probes. I'm not sure how much good that does, because TheRock is already suiciding his probes, and loses the shuttle there. Also loses the Templar. The Templar is useful, the shuttle is not necessarily that useful, so it might just clear up some Psi for Chalrenge. But we'll see. Chalrenge is suiciding more probes. That's a little bit of a mistake there, suiciding a probe that had some minerals with it. He really, in this sort of situation, needs every little bit of minerals he can get, so I would have had that probe, I wouldn't have been here in the first place. I kind of suck, but I think he ought to have had that probe return minerals before it went out to die, but I don't know, it doesn't particularly matter. Tons and tons of gateways there. And TheRock is still just posturing in the middle, and oh wow, hallucinates a couple of arbiters. That's a skill that you rarely see used. by Protoss players. Oh, and looks like Chalrenge trying to mind control them, and Chalrenge laughing. He realizes TheRock got him with that one, because the hallucinations just die when they're mind controlled. But there's no real way to tell what's a hallucination, what isn't. More arbiters being hallucinated, so TheRock is going to try to do this again, and if he sends in enough hallucinations, at a certain point, the hope is, I guess, that Chalrenge won't be confident enough to try to mind control the real arbiters when they come in, and those hallucinations go down pretty quickly. Hallucinate, I wish that we did see it more often. I think it could be put to use sometimes. I mean, I suppose it's always a trade-off between that and Storm is less energy and maybe more effective. Dark Archon heading out for Chalrenge. It looks like it mind-controlled one of the Dark Archons of TheRock, so smart move there. And this is a feature of Chalrenge's play. It's sort of cheeky. He'll go for these little annoying pinprick attacks, like the storming from the low ground, and just find ways to, I think in a sense, get under his opponent's skin. Whoa, tons of arbiters there, and those have to be largely, if not entirely, hallucinated. You can see a couple of them are a little out of step with the others. I think those are probably the real ones, because they're in a separate control group. But maybe they were all hallucinated, because they all die fairly quickly. Since TheRock has as much time as he wants to build his energy back up again, it doesn't really matter if he spends however much of it. Whoa, that's a lot of Templar, so he's going to be able to cast a lot of hallucinates if he wants to. But I wish we'd see hallucinate used earlier in games. Whoa, oh my god, that's a lot of hallucinated arbiters, and probably 3 control groups at, whoa, and it looks like there was something there. I'm not sure what that was, but some unit of Chalrenge just got in and saw all those arbiters. It's not going to do him very much good, though, because he still won't be able to tell which ones are real. So, lots and lots and lots of arbiters heading out. And you can see them all waypointed to converge on Chalrenge's base from different directions. Storm takes down hallucinated units very, very quickly, so a lot of them are going down. More coming in now. We'll see if there's actual arbiters mixed in there somewhere. Those are all hallucinated. It looks like, oh, but a recall went in the back while Chalrenge was distracted with those dozens of arbiters in the front. So I don't know if that was a single recall or a double recall. A bunch of buildings have gone down for Chalrenge, but TheRock's forces are stuck there. Now TheRock is going to try to blow up the front, though. So 3 attacks going down simultaneously for TheRock. Big stasis, stasising a lot of TheRock's Archons there in the bottom, though. Those Archons, when they recall in there, get penned up very quickly, and now Chalrenge is going to be able to take them out. Big stasis of 2 Archons on the ramp, too. And I love when you get to see Chalrenge is still having tons of fun. When you get to see Archon stasis, because the huge stasis bubble thing it just looks awesome when it's on those really large units. But we'll see as soon as those units pop out of stasis. We'll see if Chalrenge tries to mind control them. Again, it's hard to tell whose Archons are whose in this sort of thing, but looks like he doesn't get any, or at least any that survive, and he's gonna mop up the last of these. So more arbiters heading in. Not sure if these are real or hallucinated, but that one's going to be turned back, and Chalrenge just has solid defenses everywhere, and this is a weird feature of this sort of play. Of this sort of map anyway. There's not a lot of maps like this where it's possible to really just create this invincible fortress of doom, and there's not a lot of matchups where it's possible either, because Terran player can always just bust in to any sort of contain with siege tanks, or any sort of defense with siege tanks. Whoa, huge! Lots of storms going down there. I'm not sure what that was about. Something dropping out of a shuttle, it looked like. But anyhow, a Terran player can always bust into any contain, and a Protoss player can always, however much the Terran player tries to fort up, can just build carriers and eventually break in, regardless of what the Terran player does. And a Zerg player can go heavy air and use Guardians to eventually break through any defense. But I think PvP is really and Terran TVT will always go to battle cruisers, and battle cruisers there's no real advantage to defense because they're area. So my point is PvP is really the only matchup where you can see this sort of this precise sort of ultra late game where neither player really has the ability to do anything, because Protoss doesn't have any unit that's really good for assaulting these heavy fortified positions, especially with mind control there. The carriers don't work because they just get mind controlled, and Dark Archons cost less than carriers anyway, so even if